Good morning, everybody. This is St. Charles. It's 15th of February 2025. Going to start with copper because I covered this one off during the week. But what I forgot to mention is that I'm still really bullish on copper, although that I think we might get a correction, and it certainly did that. I think during the latter part of last week, we sort of went into this little small box, blue box there. But what I'm going to just talk about is I think if we can break 5.17 or 5.18 dollars, we're going to head up into this blue box up here at $6.18 to $7. So for me, long term, copper is definitely bullish, and for me that's an active blue box, so we'll be heading there. It's just not going to go in a straight line, and if we zoom into this little zone here, which we talked about during the week, it went into that blue box, and as you can see, it sort of hit 487 and it's dropped down to 468. So it looks to me that we're going to start a corrective play, but wait and see how that one unfolds. So that's copper looking good. Next one I'm going to do is gold. And this one here, again, we're sort of tagging the top of that blue box, as I've mentioned a couple of times before, at 2,948. And we've nearly tagged the top of it, had a bit of a corrective play. And for me, I think I'm still bullish on copper, on gold. I think we're still going to tag probably around 3,000, probably 3,177. But if I just drop down to the hourly, I think that we're going to see probably trading into this blue box during the course of this week. So I think we would see a bit more downside into this blue box here at 2,862 to 2,841 before we commence more upside. So that's for me looking really good, gold. But I think worth a bit of a punt at that blue box zone there, 286 to 2,841 for more upside. So that is gold. Next one I'm going to do is Brez, and just get that one up. And this for me is one where we've covered off before, I think, but for me it's a 12 million market cap. It's got volumes are increasing over the 30-day average, and for me we're in a blue box reversal zone, and as you can see before, we've had some good spikes up here, and for me I think we could be heading up to this 8.08 to 9.38, so needs the volumes to keep going up, but looks pretty good. So that's Brez. FRG is my next one, and this one, great call from us last weekend, wasn't it? I said that down here we thought that corrective play was done, and indeed we've got a lot of upside during the course of the last trading week, and for me I think we need to break this 6.10 level to activate this upper red box here at 722 to 8.2 would be my next stop, and then hopefully 9.42 and perhaps even tagging 10 pence. But for me, just needs to drop some news to keep that momentum going, but firing looking really good. Next one I'm going to do is ATM. I think we've covered this one off a few times. Volume is up, so it's looking good. We've sort of tagged the top of that blue box, so we're just trying to get out of that. But for me, if we can break out of there, that should then act as a support, and hopefully then we can go up and sort of, even hit sort of 4 or 5 pence. That's a bagger, and longer term for me, I've got this red box zone there at sort of 11 to 13 pence, but obviously it's going to need news or something to propel it up to those levels, but it does look good. So that's ATM, worth a look. MACD is my next one. And this one here, it's sort of trying to get out. I think volume's up, which is a great sign. So hopefully, the bulls can take control, get out of this blue box reversal zone here at 1.62 to 1.27 and head up. I don't have a bull's target really. Anything 4 or 5 pence would be absolutely great. 3.5p would be even better. Well, not better, but it would be an achievement. But for me, longer term, 7.64 to 9.14 would be my immediate target. But obviously a lot needs to happen for that to be activated. But MACD, hopefully break out of that box. We should get at least a couple of ways higher. 1, 2, 3. Even hitting 3p, it's a bagger, isn't it? So MACD, worth a look. Next one I'm going to do is ONDO. As I said, I would cover that one off again, and it had sort of a good start during the week, didn't it? So sellers sort of stepped in, but for me, I think we're still going to see sort of 45.8 up to 55 pence. I've got a blue box, which is sort of an active zone at 45.4 to 49.3. So yeah, perhaps tag 50p, who knows? But ONDO certainly doing really well, isn't it? And a great one from us. We called that down at 13, 14 pence area, and now trading at 40 pence. That was an absolute superb call. WSG is my next one, and this one here, it's in a blue box reversal zone here at 1.35 to 0.845. That looks really good to me for an entry, and hopefully we can see trading up into this red box zone up here. So, hopefully get a couple of ways up and tag that box there at 416 to 5.05. No idea why it's down here as it is, so worth doing some research. I think there was a seller. I think the seller's hopefully out, so hopefully we should see a return of some volume and some upside over the coming trading session. So WSG, worth a look. SolGold is my next one, and just get that up. And for me, this one's sort of back into its blue box zone here at 6.65 to 5.47. What I don't want to see a break below sort of 5.7 pence or 5.65, and hopefully then we can see the bull step in as long as we hold above that prior low there back in March 24. Hopefully we can see trading up to 14.04 to 16 pence. So that's a couple of bags, isn't it? So, or at least a couple of bags. So worth a look. SolGold. Next one I'm going to do is OMG. And this one here, again, it's another blue box reversal zone. And for me, sort of bulls are stepped in. I think the volume's not increasing as much as I'd like. But for me, sort of the first point of call there would be 74.6, which will fill that gap over here. And then hopefully we can head higher again, sort of probably attack a pound, something like that. But OMG, it does look good. Just needs some more volume. EUA is my next one. I think this is I'll just get the right one. Sort of a Ukraine type deal, isn't it? But for me, I think we're going to be heading up into this red box zone here, 7.91 to 9.59 before we see a bit of a corrective play. However, it depends what sort of news comes out in Ukraine. If it's going to be a good peace talks, whatever, then we could head higher. Who knows? But EUA immediate target 7.91 to 9.59. Next one to do is LBG, and this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone there. So what have I got? I've got 112 pence to 103 pence. It's certainly tagged at the bottom of the box. Bull stepped in, took it back in right at the bottom, top of that box there. But for me, if that can, if the bulls can step in and we break this prior high at 147, we could bring into this red box zone up here, 197 to 224 pence. Or what we could see is just perhaps a bit of a more corrective move, a three-wave bounce, and probably more downside. Who knows? But we'll see how that one plays out. But hopefully we see the bull step in here, and say if we can break that prior high to 146 pence, it's going to bring this red box zone up here at 197 to 224. Next one to do is YCA. Used to be a bit of a popular one, and for me, another one in a blue box reversal zone. It's right at the bottom of the box, and that is between 486.4 to 455.6. And if we can see the bull step in here, hopefully you can see a couple of ways bounce at least into this red box zone here, which isn't active, of course, but hopefully we can see trading up to 600 pence to 638 pence. Next one I'm going to do is PRE, and just bring that one up. And for me, this one here, we called that pretty well, didn't we? We had a blue box reversal zone, said we were going to head up to this, that was a blue box at 31.8 to 35.6, which it did. And then we're seeing a corrective play unfold here. And for me, I think that, just get rid of that there. I think that, we got a three-wave bounce, 1, 2, 3 into that blue box, and then hopefully we can head higher again. So, if we an entry, I think between 19.8 to 17 pence, it should look pretty good. And hopefully we can break this prior high at 32 pence, we'll activate this red box zone up here at 39.9 to 45.3. So that is PRE, worth doing some research. Next one I'm going to do is HEX. There we go, just get this one up. And I think we covered this one off recently. It looks to me like this corrective move here is done. And for me, I've said before down there, and hopefully we can see some bulls step in, probably some news, and activate this red box zone up here. Needs to break that prior high at sort of 29 pence. And if we can do that, we should bring us up to 32.4 to 37.6 pence. So that is HEX looking rather good. Well, corrective play looks like it's completed, but see how that one plays out. GBP is my next one. I've covered this off loads of times, but for me that looks like a really good sort of corrective play that's unfolded. The volumes are down, we've got a 1, 2, 3 down there, and hopefully if they can drop some news, we could be breaking this prior high at 0.37 pence area and bring it up to 0.49 to 0.58 pence. So that's a lot of bags potentially. I think the immediate point of call there would be this gap fill at 0.28. I think there was a capital raise at 22 or 20, well, it's 0.22 to 0.23 pence. So we're a long way from that. So for me, looking pretty good. Hopefully the company can drop the right news and get some bull power behind it. GSCU is my next one. And just get that one up. And for me, this is in a back in a blue box reversal zone down here at 1.3 to 1.16. Hopefully the bulls can step in. We called it before from a blue box, and indeed we got a bounce, didn't we? So and for me, hopefully you can get sort of 5 ways up and probably hit sort of 2.5 pence level. See how that one plays out. Next one I'm going to do is ECR Minerals, another one that's had a bit of a corrective play, but I think that corrective move is done, and I think that we're going to see some bulls step in. Hopefully the company's going to drop some more news, and for me, hopefully we get a couple of ways higher into this red box zone up here at 0.516 to 0.584. Obviously it needs to break that prior high at 0.47. So there you go. ECR looks like a good punt to me. Next one I'm going to do is TRP. And this one I'm going to do, just get that one up. And again, this one's in a blue box reversal zone at 0.0292 to 0.0212. And for me, if you get bulls to step in there, break this prior high at 0.06, should bring us up to this red box zone up here at 0.0764 to 0.0896. There you go. That's me for today. Back again tomorrow. Have a great Saturday, everybody. See you again soon.